Was geht ab, YouTube? Herzlich willkommen zu diesem Video. Asmongold Woke, auf Deutsch Asmongold ist aufgewacht gegangen. Und ja, das von Hassan Abi, das Video schauen wir uns an. Wenn ihr das auf YouTube seht, lasst ein Like, einen Kommentar, ein Dislike, eine Alge, eine Glocke und ein Abo da. Und lasst reingehen. Let's go.
Here, I saw this on Hostwit. Isn't it crazy that some liberal communities unironically say that Hassan is worse than this guy? I want to see what this is about.
The LGB is mostly fine. You're right. Trans is the main issue that people have a problem with.
Oh nein, Digga. Oh nö. Warum denn so früh schon? Like that. Oh man.
LGB is mostly fine. You're right. Trans is the main issue that people have a problem with.
Oh, bro.
That is the main issue.
It's me.
It's not gay. It's certainly not bi. And
Was ein Huren, Alter.
it's absolutely not lesbians.
Ja, der ist voll heiß und so, ne?
It's trans. That's where all of the hostility, all of
Mann.
the negativity comes from. Yes, and trans should not be involved with LGBT. There should
Bruder,
not.
das T steht für trans, du minderbemitteltes Stück Scheiße, Junge. Verreck an deinen Essensabfällen, du Bastard. Sorry, Distanz.
Be trans. That's where all of the hostility
Wann kriegt der endlich einen Herzinfarkt? So, sorry, jetzt habe ich's gesagt. So.
is the main issue. It's not gay. It's certainly not bi. And it's absolutely not lesbians. It's trans. That's where all of the hostility, all of the negativity comes from. Yes, and trans should not be involved with LGBT.
Bruder, für was steht denn das T, du
There
Bastard?
should not be an LGBT. Yeah, LGBT. It should just.
Bro, who died and made this man the mayor of Gay Town? You know what I mean? And why is he making these decisions? In my mind, it's such a funny meta to just be like, Asmongold and the fan base decide what's next for the gays. Yeah, that's right. We got to get these trans out of here. Yeah. Why he sound like a white Soho gay in London? I mean, yeah.
Just be LGB. Trans is how you see yourself. Bisexual, being gay, being a lesbian is how you see other people. Being trans is not a sexuality. All
Wait, hold up. Saved? Leute, ich nehme alles zurück. Muss man die Beleidigung von gerade irgendwie rauscutten? War das zu schlimm oder so? Ich stimme alles zurück, ey, das konnte ich nicht wissen. Ich dachte, er hätte mich beleidigt, aber hat er nicht. So, warte. Er ist wirklich am gucken. Warte mal, Moment.
lesbian is how you see other people. Being trans is not a sexuality.
Yeah.
All three of the other ones are.
Wait, he's woke. Wait, I'm sorry. No, actually, guys, no, hear him out. He's
Er ist wirklich woke, goddamn.
not wrong. Being trans is not a sexuality. You know, he's not wrong. Let's hear what he has to say. Accidental woke.
Sexualities. It's that simple. Yeah, trans is a big problem. Well, I don't know about being a big problem. I don't think it's a big problem. What I'm saying is like
I know it's turf. I know. I'm
Oh no.
making a joke. It's not even turf exclusively. It's British turf.
Wie British Turf Shit. What's going on, Alter? Was geht auf dieser komischen Insel, Alter?
Because like the LGB stuff, the whole like let's cut him out of the movement really popped off in England, and I feel like that's even
J.K. Rowling, Alter.
worse than being like an American transphobe. You've chosen voluntarily to get your notes from British transphobes, which is crazy, right? Like pick a struggle at that point. I was obviously joking when I say like he's he's saying being trans is not a sexuality, which is true. It's not a sexual preference. It's just it's gender, which of course is still under the umbrella of being outside of heteronormativity, which is what the queer umbrella is, right? Someone who is
Debated, Digga, ich nehme meine Beleidigung doch nicht zurück.
not within the confines of heteronormative society. That's the reason why the T is a part of it, of course.
Eurotunnel zumachen sofort.
trans issues
Ja.
are they're much more divisive and they're much more like people have like much stronger feelings on the trans issues than they do about gay issues or something like that. Obviously, there's some people that don't like any of it, but in a general sense, I think that's what's going on. Are we really backtracking in history? Yeah, clearly.
He's like, bro, have you seen my broadcast? Yeah. Everything I'm advocating for is backtracking in history. Hello. It is kind of funny because, like, I've said this a lot, but the exact same lines of attack against trans people is what gay people used to experience all the time. It's just that on gay people was widely permissible, homophobia ran rampant, and the gays were the primary line of attack at that point in time. That's why so many comics, if you look back at their like specials in the 90s, they're like constantly saying like gay people have AIDS, they're weird, they're gross, they're icky, that type of shit. Or even like pedophiles, right? Like constant sexual deviancy accusations, oftentimes coming from men who have behaved in criminal ways themselves. So yeah, Eddie Murphy comes to mind, which is really interesting because I think Eddie Murphy's a chaser, right? So basically the exact same, like, oh, you're doing this for attention, you're weird, you're choosing to do this, and that's somehow bad and wrong. Like all of this stuff was launched against gay people. And then after a certain point, through normalization, through constant civil struggle, it became a normal facet of society. And then the very same groups and the very same energy that initially was meant for gay people had to redirect their attention to, you're thinking of Dave Chappelle, not Eddie Murphy? No, I'm thinking of Eddie Murphy. No, Dave Chappelle is transphobic. Eddie Murphy did homophobic content in his famous Leather special. And then he was, I believe he was outed as a chaser. He was like specifically looking to have sex with, I can't remember if they were trans or if they were cross-dressers, but he was caught trying to, yeah, the Leather special is called Raw. And yeah, he was caught with a trans prostitute, I'm pretty sure. And he said that he was caught giving a trans woman a ride home at 3 a.m. So anyway, the point is,
netter Typ auf jeden Fall, netter Typ.
Not Eddie Murphy and his stand-up specials. The point I'm trying to make is that the exact same lines of attack, otherizing, vilification, sequence of like an endless torrent of hate directed against.
Aber wisst ihr was? Nix kann uns hier aufhalten ab in das Bitch, weil wir haben vegane Hafercookies, Alter. Und ja, da ist Weizen dabei, aber Weizen ist nicht so schlimm. So. Weizen passt schon. Da ist einfach keine Haselnuss drin und keine Soja. So, kein Soja, deswegen, we good. Mann, wie mache ich die Scheiße auf, Alter? Mann. It's over, guys. It's over. Mach ich das auf? Hast du Sachen öffnen, ne? Ich mach's jetzt einfach so auf. Ja. Alles gut. Mal gucken, ob die. Ich habe mir zwar gerade erst die Zähne geputzt, aber scheiß drauf, Alter. Ganz ehrlich, meine Zähne sind sowieso nur Consumables in diesem Leben, Alter. So wie mein Gehirn auch mit Mikroplastik besessen oder voll ist und so, ne? Deswegen cheers. Also da steht drauf mit knusprigem Hafer und das ist right, Alter. Die obere Hälfte ist nicht knusprig, aber die untere Hälfte, die knackt richtig geil. Das ist juicy. Das ist sick. Hey, alles gut. Digga, gib mal Odin Lurk, Alter. Was ist das denn? Neues TikTok-Cutten, Thumbnails erstellen, labern. Achso, der DJt gar nicht. Oh, ich dachte, der macht DJ-Shit. Oh. Ich meine, ist auch in Ordnung, so I guess. Aber like, er hat einmal gesagt, der will so DJ-Shit machen und seitdem habe ich das nicht gesehen, Alter. Aber egal, wir sind hier voll am Sidequesten wieder. Ja, weiter geht's.
All queer people, but specifically gay people being at the forefront of receiving this kind of negative attention, kind of went away when Obergefell happened, right? When gay marriage was legalized, it took some time, but like eventually people had to come to the recognition that just like gay people exist, lesbians exist, bisexual people exist, and they're a normal part of society. So every single person that was anti-queer then had to redirect their animosity towards trans people because they thought this is an acceptable, more permissible form of bigotry that we can open the conversation of queer
Chillig.
phobia and relitigate it all over again.
Ey, Skylar, was geht? Schön, dass du da bist, Blem. Blem, blem, blem.
But it's never going to stop with trans people. Anyone who's ever actually advocated for like, oh, let's cut out the T, Asmongold included, is not actually only invested in cutting out trans people from the equation, which is also really stupid. It's done because like once trans people are completely eradicated, then they're going to move back to the lesbians and the
Oder, also, sorry, nur mal ein kurzer Einwand, aber lass mal maybe nicht Transmenschen eradicaten. How about that? So. Like, guck mal, ganz ehrlich, scheiß auf das Klima. So, aber lass doch Transmenschen in Ruhe, so, like, you know? Like,
the gays and the bisexuals. That's the whole point. So yeah, that's it. And even the lines of attack against trans people also constantly seek to expand the permission structure of on trans people. At first, they tried the bathroom bill, right? And people were like, that's stupid. There's no way to enforce this. It seems dumb, unproductive, hateful. You. So they went back to the
Oder was geht hier ab? Hallo?
board. Productive, hateful. You. So they went back to the drawing board. And what the fuck's going on? I'm effing. J.K. Rowling came after me. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, just like with trans people, the ultimate goal is, for a lot of these right-wing groups, the ultimate goal is the
Digga, diese Kekse schmecken mega geil.
eradication of trans people, and it's not just eradication of trans people, but the eradication of all queer people in general, right? But even like transphobia, if you direct it at trans people as like pure bigotry, is not actually read positively by broader subsects of society. So they have to find different ways of attacking trans people and expanding on the boundaries, expanding on the permission structure to be transphobic. So they don't directly say trans people. Well, some people do now, but they didn't actually say trans people initially when they first did the bathroom bill, and then it failed and there was a lot of backlash. So they moved on to trans people in sports. They moved on to trans children, okay, trans teenagers participating in like high school athletics, because it was a twofer. They found out that Americans don't care about transphobia directly, but they do care about like protecting the kids, and also they care about fairness in athletic competitions. That's the reason why the permission structure has expanded dramatically against trans people. Can I ask you why you are pro LGBTQ plus? Because of the left agenda or what? Great question, Tony Khan. I don't know what you mean by left agenda, but the reason why I'm pro LGBTQ plus is because they exist. They're just real people that exist that are not hurting anybody. And I see no reason to hyper focus on this entire subsect of the population that has done nothing wrong on the virtue of their sexual identity or on the virtue of their gender. And I think it's like a silly, unproductive way to divide the public by simply pointing at them and saying, oh, they're gross, they're weird, and that they need to be pushed away because they're human beings and they exist and they deserve their civil liberties. You know? Minnesota teen says server forced her to prove her gender in restaurant bathroom. The 18-year-old high school student said unzipped her hoodie to show she had breasts after a Buffalo Wild Wings server didn't believe she's a woman. Yeah, that's the end of this kind of insane enforcement. It's just like allowing the biggest creeps in society to like check your daughter's genitals because they suspect she might be trans.
Das ist halt wirklich so verrückt, ne? Holy shit, Alter.
The greatest rule of thumb.
Hassan Balka, a himbo gateway drug to the left? Bruder, what? Also erstmal Outro.
Here, I saw this on Haas.
Das war Asmongold Woke. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, lasst ein Like da. Wenn euch Transmenschen gefallen, dann lasst ein Like da. Wenn ihr Transmenschen nicht mögt, dann sagt in den Kommentaren, warum sie ausgelöscht werden sollten. Ist ja Meinungsfreiheit hier, ne? Und bis dann.